Hello, it's me, Ariza Gaming. How you all doing this fine Tuesday? I'm doing well. It's been a week. It's been a week without internet because PlusNet disconnected my internet a week before Vodafone installed the new stuff. But yeah, it feels like a epic, momentous occasion, warranting the Dyson Sphere Program music. Hey Leofar, hey Neo, how you doing? I'm glad to be back because it felt weird being on holiday and not being able to stream or actually do the internet at all. So what I ended up doing was playing a lot of Dyson Sphere Program offline. So the issue now is I have an offline save that's much further ahead than the stream save, but that's fine. I might post a picture in it in the Discord later, but we'll go back to the main game now. So stream derps. Let's load that and see where we were. And head on over. Here we go. We are next to where we were manufacturing a load of solar panels. Yeah, because the thing is, Dyson Sphere Program was like the only game I had that was up to date, that was actually installed on my new computer. So I had some fun with that. So yeah, we're back on the Gobi planet. Yeah, Gobi planet. We made a load of solar panels because the wind turbines aren't as efficient here. And I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a big solar belt going just all the way around the planet. Now, was I smart? Did I build this in the equator? No, I left a little gap. So what I can do is I can replace these wind turbines with solar panels. We'll start building the whole belt. And then we'll at least have some power here. And then I can remember what else we were doing. I think we were on the way to doing yellow science. I think that was the plan. We have red science. So yeah, we're making solar panels. We're making them at, let's see, about 36 a minute, I think. So that should be plenty. Yeah, let's remove these first, and we'll put in some Tesla towers instead. But yeah, with solar panels, there's two different ways you can do them. You can either have accumulators and store up with like batteries, or you can just have a belt that goes all the way around the equator of the planet. And then you don't have to worry about battery storage because you've always got some of the solar panels on. But we may get some batteries anyways and then export them to other planets. But we will need some Tesla towers here. I actually put them in here. A little bit. It's a little bit awkward. It's alright. There we go. Yeah, solar panels. So the thing about solar panels is the wind turbine generates about 240 kilowatts on this planet because it's 80% efficient. The solar panel is 132% efficient, so it generates 475 kilowatts. And with the wind turbines, you have to space them all out like this. You can't put them too close to each other. But you can put the solar panels right next to each other. And they actually rotate to match where the sun is. Like the sun's directly overhead at the moment. And it's gonna swing around so they're all facing the right way. Very important. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove all of the wind turbines going up here. That'll do. And then we'll start laying these down. And I think one strip across the center of the planet should do for now. Let's see. This will keep me busy for a few minutes while I'm thinking about what next to do. But yeah, the seed I was playing offline was pretty interesting in that all the planets were orbiting the gas giant to start. Like here, we're quite far away from the gas giant, where our Mediterranean planet is. And then the Scarlet Ice Lake planet is even further out. But on this offline save I was doing, all three planets were rotated in the gas giant, so it was really convenient. I got a lot further. By about 5 hours, I had yellow science done as well, whereas we were only just up to red science here. But part of that is because I was just like, I had literally nothing else to do. But yeah, we might as well just get rid of all of these. There you go. So there's two approaches when it comes to solar panels as well. Either you build them near the equator, so that you've always got some facing the star, and then half of them won't be facing the star and they won't be on. Like you can see, this one's reducing in intensity because the sunlight is decreasing. Or what you can do is you can actually go to the poles. You can Pokemon go to the poles. And if you put them there, then they'll usually be facing the star a little bit. So they will have constant uptime, but it might be a bit lower. Like what I do occasionally like to do is put like a ring around the pole. But I'm not going to do that today. Yeah, this Gobi planet has a lot of mountains. You can dig those up and get a lot of soil piles for using with foundations, but I'm going to try and not use foundations unless we have an emergency, because I would like to get that achievement. Also, I need to go back and actually get those solar panels. And actually, stop telling you people. But this game is so pretty. Look, there's our home planet. There's our big purple gas giant. Oh, I need to hook this up too. Let's see. It's going to be kind of awkward with the Tesla towers. It's fine. Yeah, now we're low on power because it's just running on the wind turbines, because all of these solar panels are facing the wrong way. Let's go and finish this belt. Yeah, it was actually quite nice having like a week of doing non-internet related stuff. I mean, I did a load of overtime during the work week, and now I'm actually on leave. I got pretty close to finishing Pizza Tower. Like, I've been playing that as well, and I've gotten a lot better at it. Like, I've been P-ranking quite a few of the initial levels now. So, like, doing the whole level in like a single combo. So that was a lot of fun. I don't think I'm going to be making any videos or anything relating to Pizza Tower, because it seems like quite a saturated space at the moment. But yeah, it was fun being able to just enjoy that and not worry about doing it instead of something else. And I just went on a load of like local walks as well, like discovered the local area a bit more. It's been really sunny here, so that's been nice. Yeah, it does look a bit like a Flash game. But the movement is very good. Like, once you actually know what you're doing, like, the levels are designed really well so that you can fluidly go from one area to the next, but only if you really know what you're doing. It gives me, like, the feeling that the really good Sonic levels did, where you just feel like you're bouncing around the whole stage and you're actually in control. Alright, let's go up a bit. Yeah, I think 36 per minute is enough. Let's actually start extending it from the other end as well. No, I'm going to meet it back here because there's obstacles and stuff. I'm going to charge up a little bit first. Go. Yeah, now we're getting some more power. So what will be interesting is going back and looking at the power graph for this planet once we've built this whole belt, and we can see how it goes from sort of cycling to a constant draw. We actually got pretty far. I feel like there's not that much left. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a bit wider as we need more power, if we need more power. And I reckon we'll be able to get a good few hundred megawatts just by doing this. And then we'll have all the actual building space free, and we won't need to stick wind turbines everywhere. We can just use Tesla towers and then actually organize the buildings a bit more. Have some more compact factories. That being said, we have so much space on this planet, we can do pretty much whatever we want. The constraint is definitely not going to be space. There we go. Yeah, it's quicker to go back this way now. That's a good sign. Yeah, I like the new songs they've added to this game as well. Give each of the planets their own different feel. I feel like I spoiled myself a little bit. In my offline save, I actually got to a black hole planet on the edge of the galaxy, and the black hole planet has its own song, and it was really cool. And it was definitely not in the game when I last played it and I last got to the black hole. Also, something I realized in the most recent update is they actually updated the neutron star graphics. So it now has these really cool plasma jets, like bipolar jets coming from the poles of the star, like in real life. And it just fills up the whole sky with like magnetic plasma. It looks very pretty. Right, we're almost there. Right, so that can stay there. And you know what? I'm going to leave these here permanently just so I can charge up here. Where's the best spot for these? Like this. That'll do. So now we're generating about 100 megawatts. And that's fairly consistent. What we can do is we can actually look on local planet power. So yeah, this is the generation capacity before we started adding the solar panels. Then when we briefly added them when it was night, and now it's just constantly ramped up. And it's night here at the moment. So yeah, that's good. And now I'm literally just going to take all these wind turbines and go back with them because we won't need them. Yeah, that's fine. I'll leave these ones where the actual buildings are, but all the others can go. Yeah. There we go, more space. So, we have silicon being made. I believe we have... let's see. I believe we have one yellow belt of silicon being made here. So you don't use silicon a huge amount in the early game. You don't really need it until you get to purple science. But you do occasionally need processors for things, and you make those with silicon. So it's good that we have this. But we do actually need to go and get titanium. So, let's see. So, the titanium is all on this planet, which is really far out from the star. Both wind and solar are really low. There is some fire ice that we could use as chemical fuel. And a very, very small amount of coal. But they're both very finite. What I actually want to do is... I'm very tempted just to do solar on that planet as well. and then make a load of accumulators, or just send a load of accumulators over and discharge them. What tech do we need for that? So you need a little bit of yellow science for the energy exchanger. We could get the accumulators right now. Maybe we just research that and make a few of these. We'll need the silicon crystals as well. We can make some of those now. I'm not sure exactly how many of these we'll need. We'll just make a few. You can't craft them yourself. Like, what you can do is you can sneak it right next to it like this. And then... yeah, what I should do now is I should actually just put Tesla posts everywhere. Instead of wind turbines. In fact, what I'll do is I'll keep the grid spacing and I'll just replace all the wind turbines with Tesla towers. That's what I'll do. So turn this all off. Get rid of these. No, that doesn't look right. I think I skipped the row. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, good. I'll move these in a minute. Make some more of these. Tesla towers are very easy to make because they're just iron plates and the magnet rings. They're much easier to make than the wind turbines, so I don't typically bother making a factory for them. Right, and now I can remove these ones. Yep, that's all good. Oh, then there's one sorter here that doesn't quite connect up because I put the Tesla tower here. Well, that's fine. Alright, let's make some silicon crystals. So you make those with the smelter as well. You make them from the... you actually make them from the high purity silicon. Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, what we'll do is... let's set this to like 5 lots, because we're not going to need more than 250 solar panels at once. And we'll send this... we'll bridge this over. Okay, just give me a sec. So this is a full belt of high purity silicon. So I could just have this go into silicon crystals afterwards. That would take 12 smelters. That's fine. This is definitely overkill for what we need, but we'll need this later for the purple science, so this should be fine. But yeah, purple science requires a load of silicon because the processes, the silicon reduces by half at all production stages. Like the ore gets reduced in half making these plates. It gets reduced in half again making the microcrystalline components, and then it gets reduced in half again making the processes. So You need a load of silicon to make even a relatively small amount of processors. Right, so let's see. This can go up here. Like this. We'll have to go back to the main planet and get some supplies at some point. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to design stuff with the same spacing but with Tesla towers, and then we just have a bit more room for belts. And then fundamentally, how I'm building stuff doesn't change that much between the planets at this stage. But it just means like when I'm doing the matrix labs or the chemical plants where there's some complex recipes, it's not a major issue. Also, run out of belts. That's annoying. Make some more belts and then we'll go back. Any iron nearby? There is a little bit. I'm gonna grab those wind turbines as well, because we don't need them anymore. Oh, I do need to actually... I do need to actually occasionally fuel up instead of just hooking up to the power grid. That would be an idea. But yeah, placing these down, just where I go, is so much more convenient than just having a spot that I travel to. Yeah, the radius is wider on the Tesla towers too, so yeah, that's pretty efficient. What I'll do is I'll make a little storage for iron here, just in case I need to pick some up while I'm here. Yeah, power's been pretty constant. It's been going down a little bit because we've been removing those wind turbines, but you can see we've still got loads. Still got 85 megawatts. So this should be a full belt of silicon crystals when we need it. Put 4 sorters here to remind me that's how many crystals I'm getting. There we go. So I was making those because you need them for accumulators. And I think I'm just going to charge up a load of accumulators and use them to power on the titanium planet. But we do need a little bit of yellow science to get there first. So what we'll probably do to start is just put down some wind turbines. And then eventually we'll shift over to just using accumulators from this planet. Yeah, that's fine. Right, let's go stock up from the main planet and then actually set up a titanium mine. I think that's something that needs to happen. Now, I've realized something. I've gone into space and I hardly have any fuel. So we need to be very careful, otherwise we could actually end up trapped. And there is an achievement for that, but we've already got that achievement, so I don't want it. We need to make some better fuel. And what we want to do is we want to make hydrogen fuel rods. We're currently running off the graphene, which is not bad, and it is proliferated, but the hydrogen fuel rods are a lot more energy dense, and they burn a lot faster. I'm just going to go a little bit slow because I don't want to accidentally use up all of my pattern. In the meantime, I'm actually going to shut the curtains. Yeah, I think we're fine. So this gas giant here is an ice giant, so we can harvest fire ice from it, which is technically methane clathrate, but you can separate it into hydrogen and graphene, and it's a very easy way of getting graphene. Because otherwise you have to make it with sulfuric acid, and then you have to make sulfuric acid, which is annoying. There are some volcanic planets that have sulfuric acid oceans on them, but we don't have one, so we can't just pump it out of the planet. There we go. Nice noise that it makes. Yeah, so we need graphite. Where did I put down this planet? Here it is. Ah, that's just regular graphite. We want the actual fuel stuff. You don't need that much. I'll just take, like, these ones. There we go. That's a reasonable amount of graphite. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have it exit out of here, and we're going to proliferate all of this stuff, because I want to start using the level 2 proliferator on it as well. So we'll set that to fill up. And I'll just put another green one here. So yeah, fill this up, empty this all out, and proliferate it all. I'm going to use up all the yellow stuff, and then we'll get the good green stuff, which is better. So, we made a big oil factory on this planet last stream. That's where all this red science is coming from. So what's happening here is we're getting regular crude oil, and we're turning it into refined oil and hydrogen. And we're not currently researching anything, which means we have a load of hydrogen here that's waiting to be used. And what we can do with the spare hydrogen, while we're waiting to do science, is combine it with titanium to make hydrogen fuel rods. So yeah, let's grab a load of belts, and then just head off to the next planet. I'll grab a load of iron plates as well. We do actually have some titanium ore, so we could make some plates already. We can start doing that. That's just all the titanium we found from breaking up random rocks on the planet. On this planet here. You're not going to get a lot, but you're going to get enough for your first few things. Yeah, take some more iron plates. Take some more circuit boards. Take some more copper. I do not need these, so let's just get rid of these things. That's fine. Take some more coils. And then I'll probably want some glass as well. And a little bit of stone. We already have a little bit of stone. Okay, that's probably enough stone. Why did I make a little storage full of iron ore? This does not seem very useful. We'll put the kimberlite ore in here. We're not going to need that yet. Right, and then we'll charge up, and then we'll go to the titanium planet. Right, let's go. So we're looking for Rana Secunda 4. Actually, let's just go out to the star map and have a look. Here it is. It's very far away. Well, it's not that far away. It's further away than the other planets were in my other offline game. It's the normal distance away for your cold planet. We'll get there in about 2 minutes. So, it's a Scarlet Ice Lake, which means it has a lot of copper and a lot of titanium, and not a lot else. This one has a little bit of fire ice in it, which we'll want to set up and use for extra hydrogen and graphene. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably just make the titanium, the hydrogen fuel rods on this planet, because we'll have spare hydrogen anyways. Because I'm not going to use this for like the science hydrogen. It's a relatively small amount, but we're just going to burn it just to get through the early game. There are better sources later on, like our gas giant actually produces fire ice, like forever. So I'm not worried about consuming the entire deposit here. And then there are ice oceans, and it says there's a construction area of 77%, but I'm pretty sure you can just build on it anyways. Let's speed up just a little bit. We do have fuel now, so that's good. But we need better fuel. Yes, I know how to operate the engine. So this is pretty typical in that you'll have one planet with loads of titanium on it and one with loads of silicon on it. I'd usually prioritize getting the titanium one first, because that's what you need for the yellow science. The silicon can wait, but I wanted to get the silicon online so we can make solar panels if need be. Yeah, here we are. So let's make a big hole in the ice. I love how you can just plow into planets at like 1,000 meters a second and it just does nothing. I think they're going to change that eventually. Like, you technically have health, like durability, but this literally isn't used yet. I'm sure it'll get used at some point. Right, so this planet is has no axial tilt. So again, we do want to just build around the equator. We use our wind turbines for everything. Here's a spot with loads of titanium and iron. There's some fire ice, titanium, and iron. Oh, and copper. No iron here. There's a tiny bit of silicon here, and a tiny bit of coal. Interesting. Looks like a lot of the deposits on this planet are sort of around the poles. I think we'll build it around this sort of area. But we want the titanium and the fire ice mainly, so let's go here. Hello, Mr. Blab. 720,000 silicon is more than one needs to get to white science. Yeah, that's probably true. I haven't got to endgame a lot, and to be honest, I'm probably overestimating how much you use the resources. But the other planet was better energy-wise, so that's why I want to go there as well. But it is nice that there's a deposit here we can use. Right, let's set this up. Yeah, that seems okay. Seems pretty good. In terms of the actual things, this is all in the equatorial zone. We'll do wind turbines here for now. They're not going to be very good. But it's better than nothing. That'll do for that. Let's see. So, on my other computer, I've actually got how much we need for the yellow science rate we want. This is saying we want about 3 yellow belts for 180 per minute. So let's get another 4 mining machines set up. Let's come over here. We're going to end up with a little bit spare on each mining machine, but that's fine. I just want to make sure all the veins are hooked up. Right. There we go. I did not grab enough belts. Should have grabbed more belts. We can make some more here. That's fine. I'll just send them this way. Got the fire ice over here. Mark 2 belts. Yes. We could do that. So the thing is, I don't normally bother with Mark II belts to start, because like we need to make a turbine factory for that. We don't. You do eventually need turbines for a few other things. We could do that at some point. I don't feel like we need to yet. Like we can mass produce the yellow belts on our home planet. I just forgot to pick up a large amount of them, but I generally find it's fine just doing the yellow belts. Yeah, you need the large turbines for the green science. That is true. But we're not quite there yet. Make some more mining machines as well. Definitely a better place to put that. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna surround this with these mining machines. That's the aim. That one isn't quite hooked up. We'll hook that up with a different one. That works pretty well. I like the music on these ice planets as well. The piano. It's hitting the wind turbine. That's what's happening. Yeah, that's pretty good. So that should be 3 yellow belts worth of fire ice. Probably a little bit more than that, but it's fine. And we'll want to separate this into the hydrogen and the graphene. But let's actually just get all the let's get all the titanium processed first. This is why I took all the wind turbines from the other planet. We're going to need a lot of them because they're not very efficient here. And let's see, so the actual titanium plates themselves. So it's 2 ore to 1 plate. So but each belt will need 6 smelters, and that will give us 540 total. Hold on, give me a sec. Yeah, so we're aiming for 540 titanium ingots, so we'll need 18 smelters. That's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put them here. Yeah, this is another one of those games where people have different ways of building stuff. Like, I've seen other people play this game on Twitch, and they like to lay out things differently. And it's I really enjoy having games where there's sort of multiple ways of designing something, and they each have pros and cons. Like, that's what I like about Oxygen Not Included a lot, is that there's lots of different solutions to reach the same goals. Usually, unless you're playing on, like, the hardest difficulty. Then what we'll do is we'll actually be very sneaky, and we'll just use the blueprint tool. Because I keep forgetting to do that. So I can just go here. And when you place a blueprint and you don't have enough of it, it does tell you what you're lacking. And then you can make it. And it'll fill in the gaps. So I like that a lot. Yeah, this one can go here. Yeah, I've beaten this game once, and that was several patches ago. Like, they've added a lot to the game since then, so it'll be interesting to see if that really affects what I do. Yeah, that works. Hold on, is that actually hooking up from this? No. Nice. That looks really ugly, but it works, so whatever. Even on hardest difficulty, there's more than one way of doing things. I guess what I meant to say is there's less options. And to be honest, I don't know, because I haven't played hardest difficulty yet. So yeah, this, we can combine 2 of these belts together. We could combine this all into 1 green belt, but I'm just going to keep them on yellow belts. And then this one down here, I'll have that fill. Actually, no. What I'll do is I'll connect them all up, and I'll have them all fill a central storage thing. Put that here. There still isn't enough wind turbines. Yeah, now we're getting into the zone where the grid doesn't match up. Yeah, let's not bother doing that. We have loads of these wind turbines. I'm just going to spread them out and get some more power. And then we'll extend them down here as well. I do like how this planet looks. Also, if you're ever short of stone, these rocky mountains on all these different planets provide you with a load of stone when you mine them just with the robot. Like, if you hover over it, like this one's 40 stone, you mine it very quickly. But, I mean, obviously you'll set up an actual stone miner at some point. But if you just ever need some in, like, a pinch, it's literally here. but it's kind of annoying to walk on. Right, that'll do for now. And we're just going to let this fill all the way up. Really? That's all the belts I made? How annoying. We're going to have to set up some iron mining here. That's fine. So that'll fill up this box nice and quickly when we need to move it back and forth between planets. And then the main belts will come out here. We'll need to make a load of chemical processing facilities to handle the fire ice. Can we already do that? We can. It's the advanced graphene recipe. So I'll just set up a couple of those for now, but we need more iron first. So let's go do that first. And I think we're going to go grab this iron, because we're already practically there. We're not going to need a huge amount. Oh, that's slightly the wrong angle. That's going to annoy me. There we go. Yes, I'm now actually lacking iron. So we're going to pick it up off the belt. There's a little drone. There he is. Set up some more of these in the meantime. We'll eventually want to hook these up, so let's do this. So all of these wind turbines is 35 megawatts. Not amazing. And then this will make things easier. Yeah, that should be fine. build the green ones for now just because we have them, and then we'll downgrade them in a minute. Also, we have a load of fire ice. So the fire ice just out of the vein is 4.8 megajoules, and the graphite is about 7.6 with the proliferator. So it's not actually that much worse than just the graphite. Apparently, if you're running thermal generators off of fire ice, it is more efficient just to use the fire ice than to turn it into hydrogen, because the graphene that comes out of the reaction isn't useful fuel. It doesn't burn a lot. But I haven't done that recently. I think I would only end up doing that if one of my planets was a barren desert with 0 wind. Because you can find fire ice there. Right, there we go. There's some iron plates again. What a relief. We need some more belts. I could even set up a belt factory on this planet. I don't think that's going to be hugely necessary. So here's all of our titanium. So if we want to make a hydrogen fuel rod, that is... Let's see. So that's... In an assembly machine, it's 75 hydrogen per assembly machine. Let's just make one assembly machine's worth of hydrogen fuel rods. So the titanium will be minimal, so we can just use the lower belt for that. And then to make 75 hydrogen, we'll need 150 fire ice. So we'll need 5 chemical plants. I may have got that wrong. Ah, we need steel. I can get some steel made over here. That's fine. I forgot to bring it with us. Also, let's actually downgrade these things now that I have some iron plates again. So, let's see. So we've got 360 iron here. We'll need 6 more of these, and that gives 120 steel. And my hay fever's coming back, and it's annoying me, because I'm going to have to start taking my Benadryls again. But I did get a load of them on discount last year, so I can't complain that much. We don't need that many. There you go. Then that could be steel. I'm actually quite surprised that you don't need coal to make steel in this game. Or some kind of carbon. Right, so... I think we need 5 of these. Hello, Canadian Black Wolf. Yes, this game is like Factorio. I'd say it's more similar to Factorio than Satisfactory. The main difference being that you are on planets and you can fly around the universe. I've heard there's a space travel mod for Factorio that does similar things, but yeah, it's like 3D Factorio, you're in a giant robot. You're making a big factory across the stars. And the eventual aim is to build Dyson spheres around all these stars. And then send the power back to all the people at home living in some kind of Matryoshka brain. So yeah. Let's make some more belts while we're here. Yeah, this is the first one that I actually got. Like, I haven't got Satisfactory or Factorio yet. I picked this up, like, 3 years ago now at this point. It's been in early access for a while. But it's very good. It feels very complete. It's on version, like, 0.9 or something. Yeah, these chemical plants. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start laying them out up here. Well, actually, no, I'll start laying them out down here, because eventually I want a lot of them. Because this is where we're going to get all our graphene from for science to start. So we'll start laying them down here. We'll make another 2. We need more steel. Yeah, that's a lot of steel. That's good. No. Hold on. There we go. Eat some graphene. Yes, Snickers. Oh no, not graphene, graphite. Yeah, you want to put graphite in the fuel chamber, not graphene. Graphene is not a good fuel. Let's make 2 more of these. And then we're out of stone. That's fine. Yeah, I could have probably predicted that was going to happen. There we go. So we'll need to store the graphene somewhere, because it's the waste product, and then the hydrogen is just going to go into making the fuel rods. How many hours do I have on it so far? So on this save, we're about 6.5 hours in. I've been playing it kind of slowly on stream, just because I've been explaining things a little bit, and also just because I've been relaxing. But overall, I played about... Let's see what Steam says. Played about 300 hours. I'm definitely not an expert in this game, and I'm probably doing a lot of suboptimal things, but I mostly just play it to relax, to be honest. And I don't see a lot of other people playing it on Twitch, which makes me sad, because it's a really fun game, and it's quite pretty. And I feel like this game is a bit of a sleeper hit at the moment. Like, when it's going to come out in 1.0, I think it's going to get a lot of attention. But yeah, the aim of the game is to make factories that produce science, and then the science will let you research technology, which will let you make more advanced factories, and then eventually you want to build Dyson spheres around the stars for power, and then you want to send that power back to the home world, and you upload it as like white science. So it's all about sort of just converting the resources of the planets into stuff that you can build in space. And then you can fly around in space where you're firing all the rockets and all the solar sails and stuff. But yeah, that's the end goal. So we only actually need 1 belt of this to start. So this one will be fine. In fact, what I'm actually going to do... Hold the phone. Wait a minute. I'm going to send this belt round the back. And then I'm going to have the 2 outputs come out this side, because that's where the wind turbines are. Like this. Yeah, I do actually need to play Factorio at some point. I'm kind of surprised that I got this one first. Because Factorio has been out for ages. Yeah, so let's see. So a lot of graphene comes out and a relatively small amount of hydrogen comes out. So the graphene is going to go over here. And for now, I'm just going to put that in a big storage bin. Not even a big storage bin, a little storage bin. And I'm actually going to put that in a slightly better spot. Because I'm going to expand this a lot eventually. The graphene comes out here, and we just want to fill this up. That's going to need to be a green sorter. Because that can handle 180 per minute. And then the hydrogen, we're going to send, but now we're going to send it the other way. The hydrogen will go over here. That's annoying me. There we go. I'm sure I'll change this eventually once I expand the setup, but this should be good enough for now. So the hydrogen comes out here. We probably won't need a storage tank for this because we're going to be converting all of this to... Actually, we'll set one up as like a buffer. Just in case. Yeah. So there's a little buffer, and then we only need one assembly machine. Let's put it here. And this will make the fuel rods. The titanium will go this way. We do not need very much titanium at all. And then the hydrogen will come out of here. It's unsatisfying. And then this will make all the fuel rods. And I want to proliferate these as well, so we'll want to make some proliferant. Which means we'll need to go hook up this coal over here. That's fine. And then what I'll do is I'll put a little belt here. That will just go over here. We'll put a spray coater on this eventually. And then this is the better fuel. Also, I need some stone, so let's just very quickly grab some stone. Apparently, there's also some copper. You know what? I just need one. We'll fly back to the main planet in a little minute. I just wanted the fuel rods done first. Let's see. I can go there. We've already got a spray coater. That can go here. And then we'll just need to put some proliferant in that. And I'm actually going to limit this for now, because I want to proliferate all of these. That's the equator. Let's go down here. Oh, I spaced those all out wrong. How annoying. That's what I wanted to do. Because before it wasn't actually connected up to all this lot. And then I guess all this graphene we'll just use for other construction projects. Or the graphite that I was using as fuel. But yeah, you can just build on this ice without any issues. Someone said a while ago that you need foundations, but it doesn't look like you do. Which is good for us, because we're trying not to use them this run to try and get that achievement. And then if we need any silicon over here, we can grab that too. So we're not going to need that much proliferant, but we'll make a big factory anyways because it's so easy to make, and we're not going to use the coal for anything else here. That'll do. So we need 2 assembly machines for the level 1 stuff. So let's start with that. So the level 1 proliferant gives the smallest bonus, but it is literally just coal. So it's super easy to make. You spray this on stuff and you get either 12.5% extra products, i.e. you're replacing some of the ingredients on your production line with coal, because that's all it takes to make this stuff. Or you can use it to speed up the buildings, so they produce stuff faster instead of producing more of it. And you'd only really want to do that when you have a really large factory and you're trying to save space and use fewer buildings. Or at least that's the impression I get. I usually just use it to add coal instead of extra product. But the main reason I actually use Proliferator is because proliferated fuel has more energy in it and it burns faster. So it's more useful directly for that. And it's the same with the science. If you just proliferate the end science, then it just researches faster and you end up with more research. And it's super easy to just substitute coal in for anything else. And it's not a lot of coal either. But then the level 2 proliferator only takes the level 1 proliferator and diamonds. And guess how you make diamonds? You make them with coal. So we're making 180 proliferator per minute here, which is probably way more than you'd ever need. You need 90 diamonds, which you would get from just another one of these. Let's just flip this around. Oh, really? I'm sure there'll be a way to fit this on all 6. Yeah, that'll do. It's kind of ugly, but whatever. Works. So then, let's just build a line here. We'll need 3 smelters for graphite, and then 3 for diamonds. First you make the graphite, then you make the diamonds, then you get the power. You can also make diamonds from just directly smelting kimberlite ore, which you don't have at the start, but you can find it quite easily on certain planets out in the cluster. So then the diamonds go over here. And then what we can do is we can just take this conveyor belt . Actually, let's do this a bit differently. Let's move these diamonds out here. We'll have that be proliferator to proliferator. Because you don't need as many diamonds. Goes there. The yellow proliferator comes out there. Stick it in here with the diamonds. And then you get the green proliferator. Then we're going to need a lot more belts. It's fine. And then what I'll do is I'm just going to raise this up. Because the spray coater always has you put the proliferator in on one level higher than the rest of the belts. So I just usually have the proliferator belt raised up anyways. Yeah, that'll take a little minute to build.
Thanks for the follow.
Thank you for the follow. Me and Whiskers appreciate the company. How is Whiskers doing, actually? We haven't checked in on Whiskers. It's been a whole week. We haven't checked in on Whiskers. Currently nestled in some plants by the sign. You can't really see her. But she is having a bit of a snooze. All the other fish are doing well. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm usually streaming 7 to 11 GMT-ish. And my main game is Oxygen not included, but I am now playing Dyson Sphere Program on Tuesdays. And I'm going to try and fit in some more Dyson Sphere Program when I can, because I'm very into it at the moment. But Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays are Oxygen not included. I'm actually just going to continue this belt down here. But thank you. Yes, the tank. We've had the tank for about a year now. I did not have it when I started streaming, but I did move into this place when I started streaming. Because that was December 2021. Until then, I was in Wharton Crescent, which was where I used to live. And I was renting that, so no tank there. But I've wanted fish for ages, and now that I've actually got my own house and I bought it, I felt now is the time to get a tank. So we've got the main tank on the left, which is where Whiskers likes to hang out, and then the other fish. And then the little tank just here. There's 3 African dwarf frogs in there. And it's also a little bit of a separation tank for fish that would prefer to be on their own. Right. That's done. Because the frogs don't really bother anyone, and the fish doesn't bother. The fish don't bother the frogs, so it works out pretty well. And there's also a load of bladder snails in there now, but I don't mind them. They're not causing any issues, and they are eating algae, so for now they get to stay. I love how we made this massive divot in the terrain for our belt. Doesn't feel very necessary. And the belt is raised up like this. Yeah, now that can go in here. And this will start spraying all of the fuel cells. So now we'll reopen this. I'll probably just make a load of these. Because we're going to be using these for a while for fuel. Then I'll take these regular ones. We'll swap out the graphite. Then we'll swap in the hydrogen fuel cells. So, to compare what we had previously, each of these graphites was 7.6 megajoules of fuel energy. and then it burns 70% faster, so it burns at a rate of about 170%. Whereas the level 2 proliferator hydrogen fuel rod, that has about 65 megajoules of energy in it, and it burns 360% of the normal rate. So it burns about twice as fast as the graphite, and it doesn't stack up as much, but it still holds about 3 times as much energy per stack as the graphite. So that's going to be very handy for when we're flying across space. There we go, we've actually got some decent fuel now. And we've got some titanium here, which we can use to make yellow science with. I'm just going to keep stacking storages on here. I'm going to grab some more iron. Because we just want a big, like, truckload of titanium we can take back with us. Yeah, that'll do. Then that's as high as we can stack it. Oh, that's for the fuel cells. We don't need that many fuel cells. That can go on the titanium. Right, that's all good. So, we've got solar panel production. We've got hydrogen fuel cell production. I'm not going to mine the fire ice for powering this place. We're just going to use the wind turbines. Even though they're not as efficient, we have just got a mass production line of them. So it's... I'd rather do that than burn the fire ice. Like, we're not going to run out of space for wind turbines. Yeah, let's go back home. Let's make some more stuff at home, and then let's start doing the yellow science stuff. There's home. Should occasionally actually look at where I'm going before I jet out into space. There it is. Yeah, you can see it regenerates the fuel much faster now. That's good. We'll come back in a sec. I just want to pick up some more belts and a few other things. Also, we just got a load of fire ice here. I probably shouldn't have brought this with me. Also, I forgot to drink the rest of it. So, I think our red and blue science on the home planet is proliferated with the green proliferator. Let's double check that, but if it is, we can just get a load of the red and blue research done. Yeah, when I got this game, I played it before they added the HUD here to flying between space. It was a lot more annoying without the HUD and the indicator. Yeah, here's our red science refinery set up. Then all the hydrogen gets shipped down here. It gets turned into red science with the graphite. Yeah, we did set up the green proliferator, that's good. Good. Right, let's actually grab some belts this time. Where are they? They're over here. Yes, they're over here. That's why I forgot. They are hiding. Let's get rid of this copper ore. Yeah, I can just go in here. Stone can just go in there. Put the graphite back as well. Yeah, I guess we didn't need to build up so much of it in the end. I'll keep a little bit of it for construction. I do occasionally need it. It's good. So, yes, yellow science. So, structure matrix. So we need titanium. We've set up all the titanium ingots for that. And now we need to combine it with organic crystals. You make those. You can either mine them from like a planetary vein, which we don't have, or you can make them from plastic and refined oil. And we have a load of refined oil left over from the red science production, so we can use that for the yellow science. But we're going to make a little bit more as well. So let's go take that somewhere. So yeah, we're going to take the 720 per minute refined oil from the red science production and use that to make the plastic. So we'll need 18 chemical plants for that, which means we need more stone. Yeah, so I've seen some people set up like production lines where they just make a load of buildings and store them, but I find that I usually don't end up needing to, like not at the start. Like there's certain buildings I like to mass produce, like power plants where you're just going to plunk down 1,000 of them, or conveyor belts and that sort of thing. But for stuff like chemical plants, like I feel like I only need them in such limited quantities that I can just replicate them and it doesn't take too long. Also, I still haven't quite got enough glass. Grab some glass. Like, I think I'm not building stuff on a big enough scale in the home system to really warrant doing that. But when I move out into the rest of the galaxy and I start building much larger factories, I probably would bother. Yeah, we'll just make a load of these. Also, I really went ham on the wind turbines here. I forgot how many of them I actually built. But yeah, I chucked all this oil-related stuff over here just because this was a decent chunk of land, and I didn't really want to do foundations. Right, let's get these placed. I think I'll do 2 rows of 9. In fact, let's actually start them here. Let's not do what I did on my other save and accidentally put them one apart from each other. And these can be plastic. Then I can go there. So what I'll do is I'll take one yellow belt out of here. I'll feed that on this side. Yeah, I changed my schedule recently to not stream on Wednesdays because when I'm normally working during the week, it was a bit too much and I needed a day in the middle of the week where I could get non-stream stuff done. However, I am currently on annual leave the whole week and Sarah has made plans with a friend. So I am going to stream tomorrow as well, maybe at a different time than normal. And I think I'm going to do Oxygen Not Included. As much fun as I'm having with this game, I think I need to actually get back into Oxygen Not Included and see where we are. And continue with the Flip Farters run. And I also want to see what this Water Blast update is about, because I've seen that's come out while I've been gone. And they've changed how meteors work and things. I don't really want to start a new run to look at the new features. I think I will keep going just on my current run. I'm very determined to get to the end game, and that's not going to happen if I keep restarting whenever they do an update. Right, we also need graphite. We need 360 graphite per minute total, so 1 belt. Now, there is a load of graphite back at the base we could use, but there's probably some coal up here. There's some coal right at the pole. That's not really convenient. It's getting to the point where I just want to grab more graphite from over here. Yeah, let's just do that. We've already got harvesting over there. This is all for science anyways. Now, I'm annoyed with where I put these mining machines because it means we're not actually getting these veins. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move this whole setup so we can fit more mining machines on this. Clean this all up in a minute. Yeah, let's put another 2 here. I'll do. I think what I'll do is I'll literally use the blueprinting tool. Come grab these. And just stick another... up here. Oh, needs foundations. Oh yeah, that's very clever. Very true. We'll put it down here. So what we'll do is we'll send the coal this way. We'll actually flip this part. We're not actively researching stuff at the moment anyways, so this is fine. Yeah, so that can go there. I need to flip this too. So that will connect there. Make some more smelters. Collect all of this. And then this one will send around... Actually, this one will just send up here. And then this one will send downwards. Yeah, this makes much more sense. I do like how it's very convenient just to pick up stuff and move it around. So we're going to end up with one continuous belt of graphite here. And what I'm going to do is... So that one belt of graphite will feed this, and then we need like a half belt of graphite to come up here. Is that correct? No, we need more graphite. We need way more graphite. Okay. Let's actually just keep plonking more mining machines on this. I've underestimated how much graphite we've needed for this yellow science. Because you need a full yellow belt of it for the plastic, and then you also need half a yellow belt for diamonds. Right, this coal, let's just make this coal into more graphite. Actually, hold on, what am I doing? Yeah, fill this with coal. There you go. Is there a cheeky way I can fit this in? I'm not sure. I think we're stretching the limits of what's possible. Oh, that looked like it was there for a second. I think I may need to move the red science belt. Let's move this slightly. Oh, there we go. That was there. Yeah, okay. Instead of coming down here, we'll just go up and over. That might take a little bit of effort. Yeah, that's fine. I tried. I tried. Let's try again. There we go. That's still not quite right. There we go. That's symmetrical. Good job. Yeah, let's make more graphite up here. These belts are going to start making less and less sense. It's fine. I mean, you can't play a game like this and not enjoy a little bit of spaghetti. Why would you not like spaghetti? It's so tasty. But let's actually send that around the other side. And then this can all come down here. That can hook on there. Right. So, we have enough graphite for the red science production again, because that requires a full yellow belt, which is 12 of these smelters. And then we have another 12 down here. We can send this to the plastic, where it will to where the oil will be turned into plastic. Yes, that makes sense. So let's send this way. We will eventually need another half a belt for diamond production, but I'm going to do that somewhere else with a different lot of graphite, because we're already kind of using that coal node a bit more than we probably... Well, we can't reasonably fit too many more mining machines around it, I don't think. We're already reaching dangerous levels of spaghetti. Gonna run out of belts as well. We'll go and pick up some more belts in a minute. So let's send this up here. Past the oil. And then what I'll do... Yeah, then I'll send it over here and then it'll connect up on the inside. And we'll just do a back and forth loop. And then the plastic will come out the other side. Right. Right, let's go. Oh, I keep forgetting the belts are over here. No, they're not over here. Where are they? I need like a big flashing beacon in the sky with like, here's where all the belts are. That's a feature I would like. Like a big searchlight. There we go, more belts. I'm also just going to chuck the fire ice in here because I don't really want to go back and store it near the planet. I mean, it's not awful fuel. So what you can do, I like doing the setup with the wind turbines just for the power generation, but if you're not using wind turbines in this area, you can put the chemical plants right next to each other and have them share the same belts. Because what we're going to do at the moment is we're looping the plastic back this way. But you can put the machines nearer and feed it all off the same belt, and that's what I'll do with later builds, once we stop spacing everything out for power. But it's not like we're that short in space here, so... Yeah. Also, I'm not sure where all of our drones have hurried to. Oh, we're out of power. That's it. Charge up. Oh, you're not actually building anything. That's a problem. Where are all the drones? They have all gotten stuck. Yeah, there's a drone. Yeah, the quicker you build these, the quicker you'll recharge. Yeah, there you go. Maybe I was wrong. I was wrong about the fire ice. Did I really not bring enough iron to make the sorters? Oh my god. Give me a sec. Let's actually recharge. Because we're here. We left the drones all the way over there. They're taking a while to get back to us. We've just ditched them. There's one. That's the issue when you run out of power. You leave your drones wherever they were on the planet, and then they have to come find you again. Let's actually do this. I generally find for these chemical plants that the material use rate is low enough that the belt position doesn't really matter. There's only like certain recipes that use like more than 45 a minute in a chemical plant. So now we're actually making plastic. So the plastic we're going to combine with more oil. We're going to need to make some more oil refineries down here. So what I'll do is I'll take the plastic from both of these and I'll merge it up here. Then that will make one yellow belt's worth of plastic. Hey R&D, how are you? Yeah, I'm glad I'm back online too. Yeah, the new internet is really good. I'm I'm not particularly pleased that PlusNet cut me off a week early, but it is good to be back connected to the world again. The new Vodafone internet is literally 10 times faster than the previous stuff. And it definitely seems very stable. I don't think I haven't dropped a single frame today, so that's good. And I'm sure it'll help with uploading YouTube videos and stuff. Yes. We just finished making some hydrogen fuel rods on the ice planet. And now we're making plastic and trying to get yellow science stuff done. So that can go there. We've been making lots of spaghetti. We're celebrating a birthday by playing some Minecraft and watching the Dyson Sphere Program. Yeah. The hydrogen is great, and we've got it double proliferated. Although we actually have to go back. We didn't grab a huge amount of it. I'm gonna fill these up with graphene from our inventory as well, because we've got a big stack of graphene or graphite that we're not really doing anything with. Don't use graphene. Use graphite. It's made a little bit of space. And let's go put the red science back. Yeah, I'm going to be around for another 2 hours probably. I'm actually on holiday at the moment, so I'm also probably going to stream tomorrow, even though I don't normally stream on Wednesdays anymore. But I'm not sure what game I'm going to stream. And it probably will be the usual stream time. Anywho, we should have plastic production now. I'll make a little storage bin for the plastic as well, because we might occasionally want some for making broadband, but it's not very likely. We'll just put it here for now. Actually, let's go like here. And then if we need some in a pinch, we can grab some, but it shouldn't be that important outside of science production. So then we need some more graphite for diamonds, and we need, let's see, we need water for turning the plastic into organic crystals, so we do need a little bit more oil. So let's make some more light oil. Now, we do have the technology for the other oil recipes, so let's have a look at these. Let's get those researched. I mean, in this case, we just want the oil. So we're probably going to want to use the reforming refine. I've never actually used this before. So let's do some quick maths. I'm actually going to load up the page on the main computer so we can work through it together. And if, in case anyone is watching who doesn't know about this website, it's very, very useful for playing this game. Just helps you avoid a lot of the mental maths. But yeah, just give me a sec. Right, so we want Dyson Sphere Program. And what we want is we want 180 light oil per minute. And I just want the light oil. Let's switch this to flow mode. So this is what we're doing at the moment, is we're using plasma refining and we're getting 180 refined oil and then we're getting 90 waste hydrogen. We don't want the waste hydrogen here because we're not using it to make fuel cells. So let's actually turn on... Oh, we do have reforming refine. So we need to combine that with 90 coal, basically, is what needs to happen. Because we're getting... Hold on, where is the recipe? Yeah, we're getting 1 hydrogen, 2 light oil. So 2 light oil, 1 hydrogen, and 1 coal gives 3 light oil. So we only need 120 worths of initial light oil production. And then we can combine it with the hydrogen. So we should only need 4 oil refineries for that. Okay. That's enough of that. Let's try doing it. I haven't done it before. So we'll make 4 oil refineries. I'll just make this a separate block to the main block. We'll do some spaghetti over here as well, don't worry. Seems like when I did the X-ray cracking, my ratio worked out to be 1 plant refining oil, feeding it into 2 plants, both doing X-ray cracking. Yeah, and in this case we just want the refined oil and not the hydrogen. So I'll put a thing here. Then the oil, we're going to need 240 a minute, so we need 4. Is there an easy to find one over here? These ones are already hooked up. I think I do just want to grab another oil seep. There's one over here. There's 2 over here. Yeah, let's grab those. Hey, silly device, how you doing? I'm back. I survived. I survived the whole week without internet. It was okay. It was actually quite nice. But I would not want to do it for a long time. But yeah, the new connection from Vodafone is much faster. I had like a few gigs worth of Steam game updates to do when I reconnected online, and that happened in about 30 seconds, so that was nice. Yeah, this oil can just come up here. But no, it's been nice catching up with some other games, enjoying the sun, to be honest. Going out for some nice walks locally. I need to hook up all of this power-wise. I also need to make some more power towers. That'd be a good idea. And this'll do. Oh, I haven't got quite enough to get over here. That's fine. Yeah, it's via the phone lines, but it's actual fiber optic now, because it was just a normal copper line before. And now we're actually on fiber optic, so that makes a big difference. What do you mean you're not getting power? Oh, this isn't connected at the other end. Really? These wind turbines not connected? This one's connected. I am a dumb. This one didn't actually connect. That will do. Doing them foundations. Well, basically, I've got a factory that's making them, and we won't use them unless we have an emergency. Because I do want to get the achievement for beating the game without foundations. But, we may have an emergency, who knows. Yeah, let's send this oil back over here. How is this actually going to connect up? Yeah, I didn't get that achievement the first time around, so we're going to try for it again. That's way out of building range. We're gonna want to come back this way. Let's just go over here first. You know what? At this point, let's just do it polar. It'll be quicker to do it polar, and then we'll bring it back down. That's what we'll do. Oh, what are the foundations for? So this map is covered in about, let's see, about 37.5% ocean. You can't build on oceans. You need the foundations to build on oceans to cover them up. But we're going to try and not do that at all for like the whole game. Or at least until we research mission complete. Then we can build foundations. But yeah, as you say, Aaron, we better hope that we don't find a water world as our main source of oil when we go out into deeper space. That would be unfortunate. Yeah, we made some better fuel rods. We've got red science up and running, so we're going to do yellow science next. And I'll actually research more technologies as well. In fact, what I should actually do is just queue them all up while we're going here. Now, all the upgrades here require yellow science, so the mech is running as well as it can at the moment. I could just start grabbing all of these techs though. There's no reason not to do this. So let's just do that. We should get these researched fairly quickly anyways, because we have such a big stockpile of science. Yeah, we'll do the logistic spots as well. I did actually play around with them and enjoy them quite a lot on my offline save, because I did play this a little bit offline while I was without internet. And I got up to purple science with that, and I had a lot of fun with logistics bots. They weren't in last time we did a big playthrough. I like them a lot. They're like little fidget spinners that fly around. And it just means that you don't have to go into all the bins and open them up all the time. Also, I built all of my wireless power towers, so let's build some more. We're now out of... we're now completely out of power. There's our drone. Our drones have made it back, so that's good. We need to go back and get more fuel cells. We'll go do that in a minute. Yeah, this starter planet is definitely like the worst planet in the game, and it's hilarious that the game sends you here to start off with. I mean, it makes sense because it's like a good tutorial learning environment, but it's not very pleasant because you've got all the oceans, the deposits are really small, and you have to go abroad for all the silicon and titanium. It's just not nice. Right, we've got all this belt to build as well, so let's go back and finish all of that. We're a bit too slow to do large-scale replenishments. Only thing you normally use that for is foundations anyways. Yes. Like, generally, if I just need like a couple of hundred iron plates or something, that's what they're useful for. Like, I'm just flying around the area in general. They're really good for that. You use logistics bots to deliver proliferation paint to the sprayers. Ooh, that's actually a really good idea. I just have the big belts running over the top of everything, because the proliferator needs to be one level higher than the other belts anyways. So there's usually room for it. But yes, that definitely would save on spaghetti. Right, there's some more oil. And we can actually put the rest of our oil on this belt here. No, we can't. Just load it into the refineries. So what we'll do is have the light oil, the refined oil come out here, and the hydrogen come out here. In fact, we could probably even do it like this. Oh wait, I've just realized something. I've made a small goof. There we go. What I'll do is that can go here. Then I can go here. So oil goes in. You don't like the music, silly device. They have been adding more songs over time. I hope they continue to add more songs. So the outer ones will go here. And then the inner ones will be the hydrogen. Because we want to remove that. Or recycle it, rather. Yeah, I do see what you mean on that one, Song. I mean, we have just made a load of plastic, so it makes sense. Right. So now we have... These are 15 per minute. I think I actually need 8 of these. Wait, how much am I trying to get? No, I'm trying to get 100... I'm trying to get 180, so we only need 120 regular oil. So that's fine. Yeah, this is enough of these. So then to do the reforming refine... So each of those will take 30 light oil per minute. So we need another 4 of these. Okay. And then we need to combine these with some coal as well. Oh, I need to make some more actual refineries too. That would be nice. Let's go grab some steel. We have a tiny blueprint with a level 2 splitter, a 2-level splitter with storage box on top, limited to 1 stack of logistics bar. Paint. And you can build it directly into a row of sprayers. Oh, that's nice. There you go, let's grab some of that. There we go. Let's just charge up while we're here. Ah, the prisms. That would have been a good idea. I do actually have a factory making some prisms, so I could put that on as well. I'll go back and get some prisms. I forgot about that. Where do I put those? Over here by the stone? No. Here they are. We don't need too many of these. Yeah, at the start I only like to proliferate the fuels and the sciences, but once we go sort of interstellar, I'll start proliferating a lot more things. Oh my god, I have some more oil here that I could have used. Oh well. I think I'd like to keep this up here anyways. I wasn't going to use that oil. We'll use the oil for something else. Right, I'm going to need another minute. Just make 3. Right, so these require... Let's set these to... Forming refine. So we actually need 3 inputs. So what I'm going to want to do with this is... and then it produces the output as well. What am I going to want to do with this? What I could do is... Oil can come this way. And then we can feed it on as well. I think that makes sense. I'm really glad they've added this feature. That's so handy. Let's see, we want one that's coming on, and we want one that's coming off. The idea is that it will fill it up to a full belt. And then we'll want an intake of hydrogen and an intake of coal. So, let's see. Oh, wait, I've done this slightly wrong. Yeah, just slightly. Hold on. Yeah, I want to bring it in on this side. And then actually we want to move this bit here. Yes, I do have a music command where I can play some of my like menu music, or like not my menu music, my sort of intermission music for channel points if someone does want to change the music. So this is kind of annoying. Let's actually move this oil belt here. Let's move that outside. And then this can go here. And then I'll actually just reverse this whole thing. I'm just trying to think about how I actually want this to look. It's going to come up here. Around like this. We're gonna flip this. We'll just connect it, I guess. Oh, this needs to flip. Oh, there we go. No. No. Come on, game, work with me. You know what I'm trying to do? Like this. So you'll take off a little bit, but you'll replace it with more. There we go. So then the hydrogen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send that over here. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to raise it up here. And then that's going to come back down the other side. Like this. And that just gets fed in. And then the coal will go in the middle. Right, so now I just need 100. Now I just need 60 coal. And we're going to need a little buffer for the rest of this hydrogen as well. This isn't going to use all the hydrogen. Actually, no, that's what I wanted to do, wasn't it? I wanted to use all of the hydrogen. So we want to make a little bit of extra stuff? No, I'm getting myself confused now. So we've got 120 light oil being produced and 90 hydrogen. No, 60 hydrogen. Yeah, all the hydrogen is going back in here because it's 60 hydrogen. Okay, that's fine. So all that hydrogen will be consumed, so we don't need a buffer. Then we just need to stick 60 coal in here as well. Where's coal? It's very convenient coal. There is literally just some coal on the pole. We'll go grab coal from the pole. That's fine. Just a little smidgen. Yeah, whatever. And then in terms of the actual angle, this is one of those situations where, because it's coming from the pole, I'm actually very tempted to just take it off grid. Like, be a heathen. I'm sure that's going to cause zero problems. Well, that's where the line is. Goes right past the oil thing. Perhaps instead of taking it completely off-grid, is there a line here that actually matches up at all? That would be nice. It's probably the closest we're gonna get. I'll just take it on this line. And I'm literally just going to plug this into its own separate wind turbines. Here you go, have fun. Amazing. In fact, you only actually require 2 wind turbines, so that's all you're getting. Need more belts. My solution to the problems in this game is usually just a copious amount of yellow belts. Why use one solution when many belt can do trick? Right, where's many belt? Here's many belt. Oh, I grabbed a load of light oil. No. I just stick this in here for now. Kind of. That's good enough. I do like that the logistics bots let you kind of cheat the inventory system a little bit, and that it gives you a little slot that you can just have for bots to pick up. Right. Put the refined oil in here. Yeah, that's fine. Sure, yellow belts are the most efficient for resource usage, but they're just so slow. I almost always upgrade belts as soon as I can. Yeah, to be honest, like, early on, when I'm on this planet, I kind of struggle to find much of a use for the green belts. And it's like, I could set up a production line with turbines just for the green belts, but I don't tend to use it enough to really need to do that. I mean, it wouldn't take very long to set up a turbine production line. Maybe I should just do it, but I don't know. It probably is technically faster to do it. Right, let's see. That looks good. Actually, we'll send it this way. Yeah, there we go. I think I probably am going to stay here a little bit longer than perhaps I normally would off stream, because off stream I usually just try and get off the Mediterranean planet as quickly as possible, but we're probably going to hang out here a little bit longer, so it probably is worth me just making more factories here than I normally would. Because usually I just make the stuff to get yellow science and maybe a little bit of purple science. And then I just go straight for warpers. But we'll probably do things a bit more normally in this run. Yeah, that's exactly it. When you're doing like a really large scale operation, it makes sense. But like, so far the most of any resource that we needed is like 1,080. And I don't mind having just 3 yellow belts going to different places for that. If the outputs come out like, if it's like 1080 input to 540 outputs, I don't mind doing yellow belts for that. But when you start getting like stuff like 1,800, 1,440 per minute, that's when I tend to actually go for green belts. But usually I try and make like 180 science per minute as my baseline. You can make less, and then you need even less green belts. But if you try and make more than that, you would need... I think you would need green belts to do it, like, really efficiently. Right, so hopefully this will actually give us 180 light oil. And then what we need to do with this is we need to combine it with the plastic and the water to get the organic crystals. So just give me a minute. Well, it is working. Let's see if it holds up. In fact, yeah, let's actually put a little tank in just to confirm this is working. Let's put it somewhere a little bit different than that. So once this belt clears, it should take it off fast enough that these belts replace it. Yeah, it looks like that's happening. It's just taking a little while to catch up. Okay, good. So we need 18 more chemical plants for the organic crystals. So where are we going to fit those? I think we can fit those here, but I'll need to move this out of the way. Let's see. Well, let's start by moving this out of the way. Yeah, I can fit 9 there. I think I'll need to move them 1 closer. Yeah, that's okay. So this conveyor will need to move slightly. So that is the input oil. That will need to go here. You're still amazed at the wind turbines. Yeah, I like it. It looks pretty. That'll do. That'll do for me. Let's see. I don't really want to encroach too much down here. I think what I'm going to have to do is something like this. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, so I need to actually move it. Oh, it's 1. I can't have the oil run through here. That's annoying. Well, it's not that annoying. We'll just run it the other way. I've acquired oil. Oh, just stick it in here. I'm so glad the game actually tells you where all this stuff is now. Yeah, I know it didn't. It didn't when I last played this back in 2021. So let's take this out of here. So let's actually lay down these chemical plants. I can fit 9 here. And then likewise, I can fit 9 here. Though we're currently out. Let's go get some more glass. And let's also turn these to organic crystals so I don't forget. There we go. Used to hunt forever trying to find the last little dropped item, lol. I just deleted stuff more than I probably should have. But it's really annoying when you like actually make like a building, like a belt, or like or an even larger building, and you're just like, I really don't want to delete this, but I also really don't want to just search for it forever. Make the last few ones of these. Also, something cool about the chemical plants. I mean, I've got it with the wind turbines anyways. I'm going to have to remove the wind turbines here because you've got 3 inputs and 1 output. And with the chemical plants, you only have space for 3 belts between the spacing. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to remove these wind turbines. And I'm actually going to move these... I think I'm going to move these inwards. And we're going to do the multiple belts thing. So we're going to have 3 different belts. The inputs. And then we're going to do a loop for the organic crystals. We're going to send it out. So I think what we'll do is we'll do it like this. Oh, we need to move these ones as well. It's going to annoy me that it's not symmetrical with these other ones, but I think it makes sense to do it like this. So 9 there. Oh, that needs a foundation there. Oh, I didn't consider that. We can't do it like that then. Sorry. I'm wasting all of your time. We'll just do it the normal way. But we can't do it with the wind turbines. We need to make a bit more space. But what I'll do is I'll have the organic crystals go on the outside and the inputs will go on the inside, I think. Yeah, because what we've got at the moment is we've got 2 plastic lines going here. What I'll actually do is I'll just separate these. Then this can go like this. Oh, wait. That's not right. Yeah, separate that here. I'll move this in a minute. The worst is when you've accidentally filled up a logistics station and you're picking up stuff in the next 5 minutes. Yes, I have had that happen. Okay, let's just paste these again. I've got 2 different belts of plastic. This needs to be flipped as well. And the plastic is the main input, so it makes sense for it to go on the inside. There we go. I'm just going to put Tesla towers in the middle instead. That shouldn't even... No. Instead of... Oh yeah, you don't need to put them in the middle for this. You can actually put them in the gaps in the buildings. So I'm going to put them here. Then there's a gap here as well. Yeah, I do find that quite convenient. So I think that is everything hooked up. There's one sorter that's missing. Not irksome. That's a very long local news intro TV. You're not wrong. It does sound like an American news network thing. Right, the oil here. We need to send the oil around all of this. I could just send it over, but that would be... I prefer to flex on them by going around. Look at how many belts I made. We'll reconnect that here. They definitely need to add the no raised belts challenge. I would be all over that. We must cover the entire surface of the planet in belts. Right, so that's the plastic. Get rid of this. I don't think I even want that. We're just gonna fill these up with plastic. Don't know why I was trying to store plastic in the first place. Sorry if I've been a bit all over the place today. I've realized that I play this game a lot differently off-stream to on-stream. So apologies if I'm going around in circles a little bit today. Right. Let's see. The organic crystals are going to come out the outside. So we'll send them up and around here. Yeah, and then they'll come out here. And then the other things we need are the refined oil, which is coming from this. Let's recharge again. I am putting off going back to the other planet for hydrogen fuel rods. I probably should not be doing that. So yeah, the organic crystals will come out of here. I really do want them to add a forestry building so that you can make organic crystals the old-fashioned way on an industrial scale. I'd really like that. It probably would be a little too good compared to doing this. I don't know. Maybe just make the forestry tech very late game stuff. So you do this at first, and then it's more efficient to do the forestry later. I don't know. Right, so the oil would go on the inside. So let's see. That will come out here, and then we'll send it up. Go over. And we'll bring it down and around. Oh yeah, mining the organic crystals from the planet is definitely very good. On my offline save, we have a really good organic crystal planet. But I haven't actually looked at what the outer system planets are like on this seed. All I know regarding the outer systems is that we have a cluster of stars over here with the neutron star, 2 white dwarfs, about 30 light years from our starting zone. So they should have some good rare resource deposits on them. We do also have a lot of F and G type stars nearby, so hopefully there's some good habitable planets on them. There may be some around like a B type star, but I don't know. And then there's some more. There's an O type star over here. The black hole is quite close by. But yeah, I haven't pre-scouted this seed, so we could find good late game planets. We could find really bad late game planets. We'll see. But yeah, like, I know you should technically make like a factory for sorters, but when you have just iron plates and circuit boards on you, they're so easy and quick to make. I just never bother. Like, when we move to do the interstellar stuff, I will build a factory where we make all the buildings and we go fill ourselves up with them. But I don't feel like we need to at the moment. Right, so there's the oil. And now we just need water, which is fairly easy. How fast do you travel between stars? Well, it depends. If you don't have space warpers, it will take you a couple of hours to fly to the nearest star. So yeah, this one, which is 2 light years away, will reach it in 1 hour 35. But if you have space warpers, then you can do it in like half a minute. So if you're really determined, you can just leave the game running overnight and fly off to the far reach of the galaxy where there's more resources, and come back to it like 24 hours later. But like, you may as well just make space warpers and do the journey quickly. But this cluster is so far away from all these other stars, we will have to recharge in space between space warps. We won't be able to make this in one warp. That should be pretty interesting. And then you wake up to find the overshot system. I did that once. That was funny. That is a thing that I have done. Right, I think we just need 4 water pumps here. We need stone. Well, we got stone here. I'm just going to make it here. We're flying all the way back for that little bit of stone. There we go. So, in a stroke of genius, we've actually planned this next to an area where there is water. So I want to find like a nice place to line them all up. Am I going to find it? Not quite. You know what? 3 is good enough. So I don't know why, but each of these water pumps produces 55 water per minute. Oh, it's because of the veins utilization, isn't it? Ah. Yeah. So normally they would produce 50 per minute. 50 per minute is still a very odd number. Like, why isn't it 60 per minute? I don't understand. Why did they decide on 50? Right, and then the really annoying part is I'm literally going to do this. And we're going to feed it in on these sides. So each of these requires a very small amount of water, but it's just slightly too far to reach to the other chemical plant. And it's not a problem. I've seen some blueprints online for people's factories they're made for this sort of stuff, and it's really neat. But I don't really mind if it's neat or not, I just want it to work. And these require so little water to actually operate that it doesn't matter that you're dragging it from super far away with these sorters. Like, I very much stream these games because, like, when I'm not streaming them, I kind of get overly perfectionist over them. And perfect is the enemy of good. And streaming it actually helps me be more comfortable with just doing stuff that works and not spending too much time worrying about silly details. But yeah, we've got organic crystals, and they added the graphic for these chemical plants actually swirling with different colored stuff inside it. That's good. We now have organic crystals. So what you do with these is you combine them with the titanium from the other planet, and you make titanium crystals. And then you combine those with the diamonds to get yellow science. In the meantime, let's research more red science techs. And then we'll have them unlocked for when we actually want them. Geothermal, maybe. Actually, we don't need geothermal. We don't have any lava planets. We don't need to bother with the solar sail stuff for now. Guess we'll grab the thruster. Yeah, I think that's it. Organic crystal sounds like you can have a light with chakras. Lol. Actually, yeah, what does the game define organic crystals as? A high-grade chemical product used to produce higher strength crystals with a crystal structure. That's a redundant sentence with extra redundancy. It can also be directly gathered from rare organic crystal vein. But yeah, you can make it from logs and plant fuel as well. But obviously not in a machine. Well, not obviously, but like... yeah, the game doesn't let you do that. Right. So now we do need to go grab more titanium. So let's just go back to the... let's go back to the ice planet. Which is here. Around the other side of the gas giant. Take us about a minute. Yeah, because we need these fuel cells. I'm burning oil. Finding yellow trees also has a chance to just give you crystal. Yes, I have noticed. I have done all the achievements. Like, there are plants you can get carbon nanotubes out of. It's very rare, but you can get carbon nanotubes on the Mediterranean planet just from cutting down trees. Yeah, if I go to the achievements, it's these nice surprise achievements. They show you all the stuff you can get from random plants. And this one, it took me hours to find 10 carbon nanotubes from trees. I think it's just a very specific type that grows on the Mediterranean planet will give you them. I don't think they grow on other planets. We can get sulfuric acid from trees as well. We almost actually overshot the planet. That would have been bad. I like this planet. It's very pretty. Shame it does not have better energy production. Why does it stop making things? It looks like... The graphite is filled up. Ah, yes. We need to build more of these. We do not want we do not want the graphite to build up too much. That's fine. We've still got plenty. That worked out quite nicely. Right, let's swap out the graphite. There you go. And then we also want the titanium. So let's add titanium here. Can't store too much of it in this little bit, but that will help. I think I do just want to store a load of random stuff over here. Let me swap stuff between these. Actually, I have an idea. Make some more of those powers as well. Then re-add the storage bins. And then we'll store all of our normal stuff in here. And we'll just take titanium back. No! I pressed the wrong button. God damn it. Right. There we go. Now we'll fill up with titanium. So our inventory is entirely full of titanium. Except, I want to keep one free. We're going to put the storage bins in that one. You've never seen inventory management skills like this. And then let's go back, drop off the titanium. Where is everything? There we go. Let's not run out of fuel. Now we do have the fuel rod cells in here, so we shouldn't run out of fuel anytime soon. There is an achievement for just stranding yourself in space with loads of titanium. In fact, I think actually there's two different achievements. There's one for stranding yourself in space. Yeah, exhaust both fuel and energy while flying in space. And then there's one for accidentally dumping a load of titanium in space. Because you do tend to do that. Well, you don't tend to do that. You can do it if you're not careful. Where is it? Yeah, drop 3,000 units of titanium at once while flying through space. Because you're going to be doing a lot of back and forth with the titanium until you get the interstellar logistics network up. Or interplanetary. Well, it is interstellar if you get the logistics vessels to work with the space warpers. But you start off just doing it interplanetary, primarily just to get titanium and silicon from your outer planets back to your home planet. Alternatively, you could set up all your manufacturing on one of the outer planets and then just ship oil-based products back and water-based products back to those planets. If your Mediterranean world is really bad. Or rather, if you have like a really good outer planet, like if you have a tidally locked planet on the inside and you can just fill one half with solar panels and get a ton of power production, you probably just want to set up your manufacturing base there and then ship all the oil-based stuff to that planet. But ours is more of a wind resource than a solar resource there. Actually no, that one's a solar resource. Ignore me, I'm thinking of my other save. So let's go drop off this titanium somewhere. And we'll drop it off somewhere near all the organic crystals. So where would that be? Over here. So they're all coming out here. We do actually want like a big chain of assembly machines. We want, how many assembly machines do we want? We want 16 for the titanium crystals. Where can we fit those? Well, we obviously don't have any. We'll think about that in a minute. But for now, I'm just going to stick them here. Now let's go back and grab all of our other stuff. This will be a lot easier once we grab the first few inventory capacity upgrades with the yellow science. Because that more or less doubles our inventory space. Makes this whole process a lot easier. You waited 2 weeks for your orange wallpaper and you don't like it. What, in real life? Or is that, or are you talking about the oxygen not included wallpaper? The drywall. I guess we're talking about in real life. No? No, it only. Yeah, I think in my update I've got a load of yellow stuff. So I'll have to give that a spin. I mean, I do already have the second asteroid be yellow themed in that game, so it should go well. But yeah, this phase of the game was a lot quicker on my other save because all of these planets were orbiting the gas giant. This time they're not, so there is a little bit of traveling. Whiskers is still nowhere to be seen. I did see them swimming around earlier on the camera, but I didn't have a look. I didn't really look at the tank specifically. Hello, TFG&G. Hope you're doing well. We are doing the first of many titanium trips to the titanium planet, as you tend to do in this game to get the yellow science going. So we just dropped off a load of titanium, so let's go grab all of our stuff again. So yeah, now I just want all of that. Grab a little bit of spare titanium. And yeah, we're almost ready to make the yellow science. We have red and blue going, that's proliferated. We have some hydrogen fuel rods now, so we've actually got some decent power. I have about 330 hours total in the game, but this is like the third time I've streamed it. Like, I usually stream Oxygen Not Included, but I'm doing a variety segment on Tuesdays now. And Dyson Sphere Program is that at the moment. Because I've had a lot of fun with it off stream. I've been really impressed with the game from an early access point of view. Like it's felt really complete as an early access game, and they just keep adding more stuff. I'm just really impressed. But yeah, thanks very much for the follow. Don't expect me to be an expert on this. This only is my main game, and I'm very aware that I'm building way too many belts. I'm just making spaghetti instead of actually thinking through solutions. But I like spaghetti, so we're all going to have a big bowl of pasta today. That's basically what our organic crystals has turned into. But I think we've got the quantities right. I've been using the Factorio Lab website to calculate like quantities of like how many buildings to build for science production flow chains. But yeah, isn't that what I do in Oni 2? Yes, maybe. Well, I mean, I do like to make the spaghetti pipes with the radiators, like just with all the hot water in them. I feel like that's a bit more justified than what I'm doing with the belts here. You have a multiplayer game of Oni going on? Is there a multiplayer mod for Oni? How does that work? I was thinking about something the other day where you can... where, like, perhaps a few people could build... start an Oni colony on the same seed, so they all play on the same map, and you see how everyone builds it slightly differently. I think that might be interesting to see how that goes. Right, let's actually build these assembly machines. So we want 16. So that's going to go up to... Well, let's see. This is 10. So we'll go up to here. Let's move the oil again. You do hot potato, i.e. play a few hours and then pass a save. Oh, that's interesting. I did not consider that. Right, that will do. Send it around this way. Then all this oil will need to go somewhere. Just dump it in these. Yeah, I've done like hot seat games of Civ in the past, and that's gone quite well. Where we will just pass the laptop around. I'm so glad they added this feature so you can actually see where you've dropped stuff. There you go, have some oil. It's a lot of belts when you make it look nice. I've seen horrible spaghetti bases that are awful to look at. But that's the important thing. So long as it looks nice. I'll take that. Right, let's see. So this one will do the same thing. Lament it's spilling more oil. This should be a bit easier to clean up. There we go. So now what I'll do is I'll just put the assembly machines here. There is room for 16. Yeah, there we go. So, titanium crystals. Mostly require titanium. So what we'll do is we'll just have the organic crystals go around the outside, and then the titanium crystals will go on the inside. And this is a case where a green belt would make sense. But I'm not going to do that. That would be too sensible. So what I'm going to do instead is... I'm going to put another storage bin here. We're going to put titanium in both of these. And then we are going to feed 6 of them off this one. And then we're going to feed another 11 of them off of these ones. I imagine loading a save with a suffocation times 10 prompt. Yep, that sounds reasonable. And I'll shift this around so it's a bit more even. But if we're going to be doing this manually anyways, loading the titanium from the other planet, I'll just do this to start, and then we'll swap out the belt later. Okay. So that's 360 titanium. Each of these will require I think 33-ish. let's get this belt sorted out as well. Oh, I'm gonna need to move this oil again. I can just go like that. So let's actually copy and paste the recipes as well. That would be sensible. The contrivance I'm going to not use a green belt. I'm beginning to think I should actually just make the green belts. We'll do that in a minute. I'm feeding this one from both belts because it's going to be, you're going to have a like the numbers, it doesn't quite work out like for a whole one. See, it makes 11.3 per minute, so that's actually going to be like 34 titanium per machine. So yeah, 180 doesn't, like 34 doesn't divide into 180 very well, so that's why I've got it coming in from both of these here. I think I'm too OCD for this. I would just align all the stuff the other player would construct in haste. Yeah, this is why I play it on stream, because if I don't play it on stream, I'm just way too perfectionist about it. Because I spent ages trying to make everything look pretty instead of actually function. But I think it just still comes out somewhat pretty anyways. But I'm probably going to need to go pick up some more iron plates anyways. Yeah, let's go grab some more iron. Also, sorry, I haven't been keeping up with chat. You guys have actually been talking a lot, which is really nice, but I need to go back through and read it in a minute. But yes, I do have mods. They're on YouTube. You can find them here. Feel free to subscribe if you want to get notifications when videos go live. I usually post oxygen not included related stuff, but the Dyson Sphere Program mods have been going on there as well. But yeah, I have some meme videos, oxygen not included on there. I have some like tier lists as well. I think the YouTube channel is actually bigger than the Twitch channel, which surprises me. But yeah. It's interesting because lots of people like watching the Oni stuff on YouTube, and I mean a lot of people like watching it on Twitch as well. But this game does well on Twitch, but not a lot of people watch it on YouTube. And I think that makes sense based on the type of game that this is. But I always find it interesting to see which games do well on YouTube and which games do better on Twitch. Because it's all still kind of new to me. You watch Twitch when you want to interact with the streamer generally on a game like this, where I know about LOL. Yeah, that's the same. Like, I like to watch people play and interact with them. Usually when I need something to take my mind off things at work, or well, what I mean is like have something on the background that I can occasionally dip into like for like a minute and then get back to my actual work. That's what I mean. Right, let's take some titanium out of here and put it in this one. No, this is just a silly idea. Let's just make some friggin' green belts. There you go. We'll come back and do that in a minute. So that will produce 180 titanium crystals per minute. So this will all fit on one belt. Yeah, I feel like this game is less like complicated to actually figure out how to play than Oni. Like this game feels kind of like a speedrunning game, and that once you know what you're doing, you can do it really quickly. Whereas with Oni, you have to be a bit more deliberate and weigh up pros and cons to survive. Whereas survival isn't an issue in this game. In this game, you just want to try and do stuff as efficiently as possible, or just relax with it, which is mostly what I like to do with it. So I understand the need of YouTube for providing like guides and stuff on Oni so you can make it past the early game. Right, anyways, we have titanium crystals now. So all we need to do is combine those with, let's see, the diamonds. So we need another 180 graphite for diamonds. We should probably merge this near here. We do already have some coal we're grabbing from this. We could just grab more coal and make diamonds with it as well. You know what? Let's do that. So we're going to have 180 going here, but this only uses 60. So let's actually take off a few of these. We can put 2 of these here and get these basically from the belt we already have. We'll need to bring another belt down here of coal as well. And then use that just for graphite. Or rather, what we'll need to do is we'll actually need to make 2 mining machines up here. Do that. How much is this? This is 165. So let's actually reposition this slightly. Yeah, it only took me ages to learn. Like when I was first getting into it. Right, so that's 180 now. So 120 will be going to the graphite. And then I just need another 240. So let's just do that. The annoying thing is, I think I am going to need a second belt for this. Because we need 360... Oh, you know what I'm going to do? It's going to look super janky, but we're going to do it anyways. I'm just going to make the graphite here, and I'm going to send it on a separate belt to this. Let's see. So... Oh my god. No, this is cursed. You rage quit only for 2 years before I arm myself in theory to play it. No, I'm not going to do what I was going to do. I'm going to build the belt, and I'm just going to run it past this one, and it's going to look awful. And I'm out of belts. Well, that checks out. Let's go grab some more belts. Can you name things in this game? I don't think you can. Thank you for asking. I forgot to disable that. No, I don't think you can name things. Actually, hold on. You can name planets. Yeah, you can name planets. You can probably name the stars. Stuff like that. Right, we need more belts. Where's belts? Oh, God. You should have told him. Where are the belts? That's wind turbines. Belts are over here. Also, I almost gave myself motion sickness doing that. Bloody hell. It's not often I give myself motion sickness. You have an entire system named Iron. Nice. So we need more coal to come from over here. This is gonna look so ugly, and I'm here for it. It's not too bad. You've named this planet Celine Dion. Why? Why are you naming it Celine Dion? That's hilarious. You started with Donna Summer and now we've got Celine Dion. You do like these singers, don't you? Right, okay, here we go. So let's see. We won 12 lots of this. So each of these consumes 60 coal and produces 30 graphite. And we want 180 graphite, so we just need 4 more. This is so ugly. Well, I don't mind. It sounds vaguely like what a planet could be named. It's certainly within the realms of possibility. So, yeah. Right, that is all hooked up. So then this can be the graphite. This is very spaghetti. That's fine. You figured Celine owns a lot of belts. Nice. Yeah, that makes sense. So then what I'll do is... Yeah, then what I'll do is I'll actually go over here. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. We'll make the diamonds here. No, this makes sense. The oil is building up in here because this isn't running, that's fine. Except, what I could probably do is something along the lines of this. There we go. The real test will be to see whether this stuff actually produces yellow science at the rate I want, or whether I've screwed something up. Hopefully we find out in the next half an hour. Grab all this, put it in here. So this can go over here. The music will come back, it just occasionally just stops. There we go. That can go. Then the diamonds can come out here. So we've got the diamonds on this side and we've got the crystals on this side. Well, I'm going to move the diamonds over here. Because then we can actually make the science. So the science I'm actually going to put in this bit here. Clear these wind turbines as well to give some space. And I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to run it over the top. So, how high does this have to go to get over the chemical plants? This high. That's not too bad. Ooh, I bet if I move this, I can do it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. That's decent. It's... well, it's a belt. Invest in spaghetti. So that can come back down here, and then we need 24 of these matrix labs. And I'll set up some Tesla towers here. But let's see. These can go around like this. And then I'll put the Tesla towers on this side. In fact, actually, I could put the Tesla towers here as well. No, not wireless power towers. The other ones. These ones. That should be fine. So you need 24. So I like to... I mean, it doesn't really matter how you do it, but I'm going to do it like this because it looks like a little crown, and when it turns yellow, that's my logic that I use for things. There you go. So the titanium crystals go in here. And then let's see. So the next thing is this should come down. So that should be fine. The actual production rate on these is quite low, so yeah, 45 a minute shouldn't be a problem on any of these. And then that should actually be it, yellow science. And it's taken way longer than it did on my other save. There we go. Nice. only took 9 hours. I did this in about 5.5 hours on my offline save. Right, before we do anything else, let's actually just sort out this belt. Let's just do the green belt here. Because I do not want to deal with this running out of titanium. I only want one belt that I have to manually restock. And upgrading the belt is super easy. So that's fine. So all we need to do is literally upgrade facilities, this belt. There we go. We've done it. We've used a green belt for something. Give me some points. So that shouldn't have any problems anymore. This will deplete with titanium fairly quickly, so we'll need to do a few round trips. And then yellow science can just go this way. It can follow this red thing. Or is it actually just quicker to send it this way? Here's where the yellow science is. Then there's where the labs are. I think it's technically... Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? We've already been going up and down the pole. We'll do the pole for this as well, because that's amusing. I'm gonna go over the pole. Make a really ugly, misaligned conveyor belt. Not like there's anything in this space anyways. Oh my god, no, not that. Gross. I'm beginning to regret this decision. Perhaps what I'll do is I'll move it to an alignment that actually makes sense for the pole, and then I'll do the belt. Right, let's see. Here's the pole. It is very useless. Where's the actual center? That looks like the actual center of the... God, it's actually underwater. That actually makes this a lot more annoying. It's gotta be it. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. So we'll reverse this in a minute. Yeah, that's okay. Although I think what I'm going to do in that case is I'm going to pull the science off this side. So let's remove that. Remove these. This belt can actually go over here. From what you gathered, Celine Dion owns at least 3 belts. Nice. This is the kind of maths that I like to encourage. How many belts does Celine Dion have? Let's flip this belt. And then pull it off here. That actually seems sensible. Drones are getting in the way of me actually placing this sorter. Behold, yellow cubes. Oh, you're gonna need to make me flip the path as it's being built, aren't you? You know what? Just don't worry about it. Always get frustrated running belts north to south due to the shifting grid lines. Yeah, like, it only works if you can literally go across the pole. Like, one time I tried to do this, and there was a vein in the way of the pole that I wanted to mine. And I was like, well, I guess I'm not sending any belts there. Actually, no, what I did is I literally laid the belts over the vein, so they all went massively high in the air. But I didn't feel like... I'm glad I don't have to subject you guys to that today. I should have just built this the right way the first time. Yeah, it's going to take a little while to make this belt. So we'll proliferate all the science at the other end. To be honest, it would probably be sensible to proliferate the titanium as well, at least while we're waiting to get the logistics online. Don't know how long that's going to take. It's probably going to be what we focused most of the next stream on when we next do this. So now the thing is, which angle do I take it here? So I imagine I want to take it straight. Yeah, because this is where the research labs are. And this is a cardinal direction marker, so that's encouraging. But I will need to actually move some wind turbines. Or move the belt later at that point. Yeah, I'll do that. But yeah, the proliferator, basically, you use coal to make the level 1 proliferator, and then you spray it on stuff, and it either makes the building work faster, or it gives you extra products. And I mostly use it for extra products, specifically on getting the research to produce more hashes and for like fuel sources to produce more power. But yeah, in terms of like a normal production line, it lets you replace any material with some quantity of coal, or it lets you replace a little bit of a material cost with coal. And the more proliferator you have, or the better proliferator you have, the more of the original stuff you can replace with the proliferator stuff. So, level 1 proliferator requires coal. Level 2 requires coal and diamonds, but you can make diamonds with coal, so that's fine. And then level 3 requires carbon nanotubes, which you are either quite complicated to make, or you can mine them from spiniform crystals, but they're quite rare. But yeah, the difference between tier 2 and tier 3 is also very low. Like, yeah, as Aaron says, it goes from 20 to 25% extra boost. So I usually just use level 2 for everything, because it's just coal and coal products. But yeah, proliferated fuels last longer, and they burn faster. Or they burn at a faster rate, but because they also last longer, it means they burn for the same amount of time overall, and they just give you the extra actual energy, if that makes sense. Well, there you go. Nice polar belt. I might make that the thumbnail, actually. That's kind of amusing. No, I can think of a better thumbnail than that. Right, we need to proliferate this as well. Now the question is, can we proliferate it before the yellow science gets there? I think the answer is yes, because it's going quite slowly. But we'll see. Oh yeah, no issues at all. There we go. So this is all proliferated, so it generates 20% extra research. Also, I need to actually build a thing here. And what I should do is I should build a buffer as well. And yes, very clever technique. What you can do is build a splitter here. Ah, you need a foundation. That makes sense. How annoying. Can I build one here? No. Fine, I'll build it here. This little island. So you build a splitter, you build a storage box on top of it, and it fills up with the science. And then you can have it go down here as well. And then what it will do is it will use all the science to run, and then when you're not researching anything, it will fill the boxes. So when you do want to research something, you'll have a load of it available for you to research with. But yeah, we've got it all triple proliferated, double proliferated now. Yeah, whose idea was that again? I feel bad that I forgot. Was it your idea? I think it was your idea. Yes, very handy. Right, let's actually research something with it. So, first of all, veins utilization. Because we want to mine stuff without using up as much of the raw materials. Each level of this you get gives you 10% extra mining speed in your machines, and it also reduces the amount you consume by 6%. And you can technically get this going infinitely once you get enough research going, at which point you have infinite resources. So you want to get this up really high. But for now, it's mostly just so that we don't deplete the existing veins we're using. Yeah, planetary logistics, definitely. That's what we're going to do next stream. I think I've kind of run out of time for it today. But what are the other things we're going to do? Inventory capacity. That's the very next thing. We're going to get all of the next levels of inventory capacity. And we're just going to start shuffling more and more titanium. So in doing so, we'll get the level 3 engine capacity. We'll get the level 3 energy burning. Yeah, that sounds good. How's it different from just having backup on the belt? It's not, it's just more backup. Like, the belt only has so much capacity, and to be fair, this belt is wrapping around the whole planet, so there's quite a lot of capacity just on the belt. But it just gives you a bit of extra storage. And when you're trying to research stuff for like a long period of time, it's nice to just have a big storage. I don't normally bother with other things, but with the research in particular, I think it is helpful. Yeah, there we go. So if I go to production, let's have a look. So local planet, 1 minute. Yeah. So we got our 3 different matrices. We were producing these at 180 per minute last stream. And now we're also making the yellow ones at 180 per minute. So that's good. We've got the right production rate going. The question is, can we keep it up? And the only answer to that is, provided we can keep shuffling titanium from the other planet. So I guess we'll start doing that in a minute. Yeah, we did it. Let's head over to the other planet. Probably going to take us 10-20 minutes to research the inventory capacity stuff. Okay, we don't have to go that far out. Yeah. Once you've got the yellow science, like, your mech is pretty good. Like, you have a lot of inventory capacity, you have a lot of drones, you can build stuff quickly. You're getting to the point where you can start making really big things, and it doesn't take forever. And you can also get the, let's see. You can get the drive engine level 3, and you can sail twice as fast between planets, so that also helps. I'm going to queue that up as well, actually. Yeah, it's good. I think what I'll do is I'll end the stream on the ice planet, and we'll get a nice picture of the ice planet for the thumbnail. You know, science is such a huge leap in a game, and then space warp and green science is the next major jump. And after that, it's basically after that, it's basically sandbox mode. What I actually did is I did one run where I got to white science. I got like a really high green science production rate, and then I got a load of metadata. So for all of my runs I've done since then, I've just downloaded the metadata and used that to make like 50 green science cubes for space warpers instead of actually bothering to make green science. That's the one thing I've used metadata for so far. Right. You've renamed this planet to Alanis Morissette. I like this theme. Okay. I'm beginning to think I may need to increase the points cost of this a little bit. Nah, it's fine. I like the theme. But you just need to keep showing up so you can keep naming these planets after singers. Otherwise no one will understand. Right. You're going to use all your metadata when the update comes out? True. I was very tempted to do it for the stream, but I thought I want to actually show people how the game goes without metadata. So I thought we'll just save it all. Give a representative experience. Yeah, each of these techs adds 2 levels, and it lets you add more to the logistics box for the drones. In fact, actually, can we make a logistics distributor and some drones? No, we need silicon. Maybe we'll do that next. Yeah, I guess there's not really a lot to do here at the moment. Just get a nice thumbnail shot. Are there any planets you can see nearby? Doesn't look like it. There's a big a giant over there. So we're going to be dominated by wind turbines. You're up for the night, taking you out for your birthday. Have fun with your birthday, man. I had the plan. Yeah, it's every Tuesday. I might do another stream tomorrow because I am actually on holiday and my girlfriend's out doing stuff. But I will let people know what I'm doing on the Discord, and I might do. I think it'll be at my normal time, and I'll do some non-streaming stuff during the day, but I don't know. Standing on like the little rock, that's kind of silly. Going for steak. Sounds nice. Well, have fun with that. We got more inventory capacity. We do. We got another line. Let's put entire star cluster on here. So we've stopped producing the yellow matrix now because we're out of titanium. So let's go back, drop this off. And then we'll be ready for our next run.
Thanks for the follow.
Thank you very much for the follow, Scar Jonic. That's how you pronounce it. Whiskers gives their best. Ah, Whiskers is available now. Hold on. She's just come out of a very important meeting. There's Whiskers. She says thank you for following. He's posing like a good little goober at the moment. Yes, I will be back. I'll be back soon. I'll go find someone to raid. I'm not sure who else is actually playing this game at the moment. Yeah, we'll go drop this off first, and then I'll go find someone to raid. We'll get this faster sail speed soon, so that will really help. It's funny how small the stars are in this game. Like, if you actually go right up to them, they're just really small. Like, they're the same size as the gas giants. And some of the stars are even smaller. But interestingly, you do actually speed up because of the gravity assist from them. Like, there is actually an achievement for getting to 3,000 meters per second. And you can only do that by gravity assisting repeatedly off the same star. Like, what I did for that achievement is I used space warpers to warp around in a loop and then have the star pull me in each time and then warp out of the end when I've got all the extra momentum, and then I kept doing that. You could technically get to any maximum speed doing that. But, you get the achievement at 3,000. I did it with a neutron star because it had the most mass. Right. Titanium in here. Ooh, this might be a good one for a thumbnail, actually. He's standing on top of the titanium box. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Okay, we'll do the standing on the titanium box. Gotta not fall off. Yeah. There we go. I like it. Also an achievement to go to a different system before you have warpers. I know someone that took about 3 hours each way to get that done. Yeah, I've done that. I actually did that for one of my first playthroughs just because I couldn't be bothered to get to warpers. I mean, it depends. Sometimes there are seeds where it actually works out and you get to like a red giant or something that's right next to your starting system and there's like a really good lava planet on it. I mean, generally you'd only want to do that if you had a habitable planet at the other end. But if you can get like a oh, what's the best one? Like a prairie planet or a savanna planet or something with a load of oil on it and a relatively low amount of oceans. That could be worth doing. But yeah. We're getting there. Right, I'm going to save it and wrap it up. We have indeed got our yellow science. So yeah, let me go find someone to raid. But thank you for hanging out. It's been really fun. I'm really glad I've actually had time. Well, A, had time to stream again. Now I'm on holiday. And B, now I've got my internet back. Because I've been gone a whole week. And it's been kind of sad. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I usually stream 7 to 11-ish GMT. Well, I say GMT, it's daylight savings at the moment, so GMT +1. The time for us British people. What British people reckon the time is. You can follow me on Twitch and you'll get notifications when I go live of what I'm playing and stuff. If you miss a stream, I have YouTube where I upload all the VODs. And we've been talking about that anyways, but there's a lot of Oxygen Not Included related stuff on there as well. And then there is also the Discord group where we hang out and post builds and memes and just generally be nuisances with each other. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to go find someone raid. I'll see you in a minute. I'm going to go raid to the Jit City. He's currently playing City Skylines, which is not quite Dyson Sphere Program, but I'm sure it scratches that same kind of itch. To be honest, it's a game that I've had on Steam for ages, but I've never ended up having time to actually play it, and they just kept releasing DLC, so I never felt interested in keeping up with it. But I played it for about 20 hours, and it seemed pretty fun. I like watching people play it. But yeah, we're going to go raid him. Let's see. Legit City. Yeah, there we go. So if you're following, you have your fishy emotes, including whiskers. So feel free to share the fishy love with To Legit City in 3, 2, 1. Bye for now.